Microorganisms are tiny living things. They are so small that you cannot see them with your eyes. You need a microscope to see them. These tiny creatures are everywhere. They live in water, soil, air, and even inside our bodies. There are many types of microorganisms. Some are good and some are bad. The good ones help us in many ways. They make food, clean the environment, and help in making medicines. The bad ones can make us sick. Microorganisms are very old. They have been on Earth for millions of years. They are very important for life on Earth. Without them, life would be very different. Microorganisms are very small, but they do big jobs. They are crucial for our planet. Let's learn more about these tiny wonders. The discovery of microorganisms was a big step in science. Before their discovery, people did not know why they got sick. They did not know that tiny creatures could cause diseases. This changed with the invention of the microscope. In the 17th century, a scientist named Antony van Leeuwenhoek made powerful microscopes. He was the first to see microorganisms. He called them animalcules. He found them in water drops, teeth scrapings, and other places. Later, in the 19th century, Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch made more discoveries. They showed that microorganisms cause diseases. Pasteur developed the process of pasteurization. This process kills harmful microorganisms in food and drinks. These discoveries changed medicine and science. They helped us understand how to prevent and treat diseases. They also showed us the importance of cleanliness. There are many types of microorganisms. The main types are bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoa, and algae. Each type is different. They have different shapes, sizes, and ways of living. Bacteria are single-celled organisms. They come in many shapes, like rods, spirals, and spheres. Some bacteria are good, like those in our gut. Others can cause diseases, like strep throat. Viruses are very small. They are smaller than bacteria. They can cause diseases like the flu and COVID-19. Viruses need a host to live and reproduce. Fungi are different from bacteria and viruses. They can be single-celled or multi-celled. Examples of fungi are mold, yeast, and mushrooms. Some fungi are good, like those used in making bread. Others can cause infections. Protozoa are single-celled organisms. They are often found in water. Some protozoa can cause diseases like malaria. Algae are also single-celled or multi-celled. They are found in water and can make their own food through photosynthesis. Microorganisms come in different sizes and shapes. Most are very small, measured in micrometers. Bacteria range from 0.2 to 10 micrometers. Viruses are even smaller, from 0.02 to 0.3 micrometers. Bacteria can be rod-shaped, spherical, or spiral. Viruses have different shapes too. Fungi can be round, oval, or thread-like. Protozoa and algae also have various shapes. Section 5. Reproduction and growth. Microorganisms reproduce in different ways. Bacteria often reproduce by a process called binary fission. In this process, a single cell splits into two. This can happen very quickly. Some bacteria can double in number every 20 minutes. Viruses reproduce differently. They need a host cell. A virus attaches to a host cell and injects its genetic material. The host cell then makes many copies of the virus. These new viruses burst out of the host cell, killing it. Fungi reproduce by spores. These spores can be spread by the wind or water. When they land in a suitable place, they grow into new fungi. Some fungi also reproduce by budding. In budding, a new cell grows out of the parent cell. Protozoa can reproduce by splitting into two, like bacteria. Some also reproduce by forming spores. Algae reproduce by splitting or by forming new cells. Some algae can also reproduce sexually, combining genetic material from two cells. Section 6. Microorganisms in the environment. Microorganisms play vital roles in the environment. They help break down dead plants and animals. This process is called decomposition. Decomposition returns nutrients to the soil. Plants use these nutrients to grow. Microorganisms also help in the nitrogen cycle. They convert nitrogen in the air into forms that plants can use. This process is called nitrogen fixation. Without it, plants could not get the nitrogen they need to grow. Some microorganisms live in the guts of animals. They help animals digest food. For example, cows have bacteria in their stomachs. These bacteria help them digest grass. Without these bacteria, cows could not get the nutrients they need. Microorganisms also clean the environment. Some can break down pollutants in water and soil. This process is called bioremediation. It helps clean up oil spills and other harmful substances. Microorganisms are essential for a healthy environment. Section 7. Impact on human health. Microorganisms can have both positive and negative impacts on human health. Some microorganisms are beneficial. For example, bacteria in our gut help us digest food. They also help protect us from harmful microorganisms. However, some microorganisms can cause diseases. Bacteria can cause infections like strep throat and tuberculosis. Viruses can cause diseases like the flu, HIV, and COVID-19. Fungi can cause infections like athlete's foot and ringworm. Protozoa can also cause diseases. For example, the protozoan Plasmodium causes malaria. This disease is spread by mosquitoes. Another example is Giardia, which can cause stomach infections. Despite the harmful microorganisms, many are used to benefit human health. Antibiotics, which are used to treat bacterial infections, are made from fungi and bacteria. Probiotics, which are good for gut health, are made from beneficial bacteria. Section 8. Microorganisms in medicine. Microorganisms are vital in medicine. They are used to make antibiotics. These are medicines that kill bacteria. Penicillin, the first antibiotic, was made from mold. There are many other antibiotics made from microorganisms. Vaccines are also made using microorganisms. Vaccines help protect us from diseases. For example, the flu vaccine is made from inactivated flu viruses. The COVID-19 vaccines are made from parts of the virus or its genetic material. Microorganisms are used in making insulin. Insulin is a medicine for people with diabetes. Bacteria are engineered to produce insulin. This has made insulin more available and affordable. Microorganisms help in research too. Scientists use them to study diseases and find new treatments. They are also used in genetic research. This research can lead to new medicines and therapies for many diseases. Section 9. Role in ecosystems. Microorganisms are crucial for ecosystems. They are involved in many processes that keep ecosystems healthy. One important role is decomposition. Microorganisms break down dead plants and animals. This process recycles nutrients back into the ecosystem. Microorganisms also help in the nitrogen cycle. They change nitrogen in the air into forms that plants can use. This process is called nitrogen fixation. Without it, plants could not grow properly. This would affect the entire ecosystem. Some microorganisms live in symbiosis with plants and animals. For example, mycorrhizal fungi live in the roots of plants. They help plants absorb water and nutrients. In return, the plants provide the fungi with food. Microorganisms also help in water purification. They break down organic matter in water. This process makes the water cleaner. Microorganisms are essential for the health of rivers, lakes, and oceans. Section 10. Future potential in science. Microorganisms hold great potential. Scientists are always discovering new uses for them. One exciting area is biotechnology. They make new products and materials. This includes biodegradable plastics and biofuels. Microorganisms help in environmental cleanup. They break down pollutants and toxins. This process is called bioremediation. It cleans up oil spills and contaminated soil. Microorganisms are used in waste treatment. In medicine, they develop new treatments. Scientists research how to fight diseases like cancer. They also deliver drugs inside the body. Microorganisms are studied in space research. Scientists want to understand how they survive in space. This helps in long-term space missions. It helps us understand life on other planets. Microorganisms are tiny but powerful. They have shaped our world and will continue to do so. The future holds many exciting possibilities for these tiny wonders.